It's an historic place.
Monza is the temple of speed. I like the parabolica.
For an Italian driver, it's the most mythic place to do something special. Giorgio Sernagiotto.
Paolo Ruberti.
Claudio Schiavoni.
We are the Iron Lynx, car number 60, Italian team.
We are the only full Italian driver lineup.
We drive a Ferrari. What else?
The fourth round of the 2021 European Le Mans Series, the 4 Hours of Monza, kicks off the second half of the season. At this Italian temple of speed, the race will be the final rehearsal for the 15 ELMS teams due to take part in the 24 Hours of Le Mans in August. GTE leaders, the number 80 Iron Lynx team, can take nothing for granted here. Regularly on the podium, their main competitors in the number 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari are aiming to overturn that advantage. While the reigning champions, the 77 Proton competition Porsche crew, would love to win in Italy.
2 times I think we've been very close, where if we just did 1 or 2 things different in the strategy or in our pace, I think we could have brought home a win. Let's see what happens this weekend. Between ourselves and the championship leaders, we're both carrying quite a bit of weight, which in the GTE category can affect you on top speed tracks like Monza. But I still think we have a really good opportunity.
We've suffered straight line top speed compared to the Ferraris over the last few races. So with Monza being one of the longest straights, makes things a little bit more difficult. Hopefully we can find a little extra pace for the race. I missed the first race, so I'm not in the running for the championship. The car might be, but yeah, we're here to win races and prepare for Le Mans, and then if we can win a championship after that, then that would be nice. But here for race wins and Le Mans preparation.
Racing has an impressive 27-point lead in LMP3, but DKR Engineering refused to give up. They have an ELMS rookie on hand this weekend, young Frenchman Mathieu de Barbois, alongside Lawrence Her.
The team is really cool, actually. This is a great team with a lot of experience because of the Le Mans Cup, and the car is great. I feel great in the LMP3. This is a car that I love a lot.
RLR M Sport should also be contenders here in Italy.
We're currently 3rd place in the LMP3 Teams Championship. Cool Racing in the LMP3 has got a bigger lead at the moment, but I think that coming to Monza we're all motivated again, we're all keen, we're excited, and we just need to have a clear race, and hopefully we'll be somewhere near the top step of the podium.
It's episode 4 of our quiz here in Monza, featuring Will Stevens, Richard Bradley, Manuela Gosner, Mike Benham, Felipe Lazare, and Martin Hipper.
Oh God.
1.2.
285.
Oh, that's tough. I have no idea. I have to ask my engineer. I don't know.
930 kilos.
Is it 900?
I've got no idea. I should know, but I don't know.
Should be 950 kilograms, the minimum weight.
French.
I would take a guess at English.
Normally it's always the French because that's the official one and the English is just a translation, so should use the French.
I guess French.
It's the FIA, so English actually.
The French, because I've been screwed over by that one before.
80k.
It's 80.
80 kilometers an hour.
80 kilometers an hour.
80. 80.
0.
Think not very much, 3 or 4.
0.
0.
0.
Not many. Half.
10.
11.
10.
Yeah, that's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11?
11.
12.
30 seconds.
1 minute.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
1 minute.
Looks like Felipe Lazaire needs to reread his ELMS book. Mike Benham is our winner.
Oh, delighted. Delighted.
Thanks to their victory at the last race in Le Castellet, the number 26 G-Drive Racing crew close to just 3 points adrift of LMP2 leaders Team WRT. Getting ahead in the championship, as well as preparing for the Le Mans 24 Hours, is the Russian team's agenda this weekend, with Mikkel Jensen back to replace Nick de Vries, who's again absent on Formula E duty.
We made a big step forward as a team, as with my teammates as well. I'm getting more used to the car and we are getting quicker race by race. And yeah, obviously really happy to get closer to WRT and the points. We are really tight on the championship, so we are focusing in ELMS and we are also focusing in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. That is the most important race in the world. It's going to be a really tough race and we need to be really consistent. Here is a bit of a shorter race and we are looking for some good points. We need to attack a little bit to WRT, so yeah, it's a different approach, I think, and we are going to push for another win here in Monza.
The sister G-Drive car also has an agenda. Number 25's crew leads the LMP2 Pro-Am Championship and they're determined to take the title in its first year.
We're certainly not taking anything for granted, but yes, it feels good to be in the lead. The competition level is very high. There's many cars. And adding the Pro-Am Championship for a bronze is really important because it gives guys like me an opportunity to win a championship, to have our own podium in a series where realistically we shouldn't be able to win. So that's added a whole new element. All the guys are really excited about it. We have 9 Pro-Am competitors in this event, so it's really a lot of fun.
2019 LMP2 champions IDEC Sport have turned to Patrick Pilet to help regain their lustre. He's won just about everything in a 13-year Porsche GT career. Everything, that is, except Le Mans.
Action!
We know the situation was quite changing at Porsche. We have a lot of factory drivers. I still have a contract, but yeah, in different way. For me, the future is coming from LMDH. My main goal this season was already to drive the LMP2 cars because I think is the best way to get prepared for LMDH. On the GT, you move a lot, you go over the curbs, you cut a lot in the corners, and it's different style. You cannot hit the brakes so hard. With this car, it's more like a single-seater, a bit heavier, a bit more horsepower, and yeah, it's quite easy, and you have to be smooth a lot, carry a lot of speed, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Last year, when I had the experience with IDEX Sports, I was surprised with the quality and of people working here. The organization, everything is extremely high. They have the potential to run LMDH car also in the future because they are a really good group of people. They did a perfect year in 19, and yeah, it was more difficult the next years. You know, the balance between being a champion or not winning races anymore is really short. I just try to help them with all my experience on what we can improve, what we can optimize everywhere. It's not only about the car, it's in the team organization. It's all about details. I think this year we struggle a bit more than others, maybe because they have experience about different tire manufacturer in the past, and this year is quite a new challenge, but I'm pretty sure we will be competitive. This weekend is already a first step, and I think we will be 100% for Le Mans. I didn't manage to win in GT, I finished second. That's my target, is winning Le Mans is let's say the cherry on top of the cake, and it's especially when you're French, it's something you dream about when you're kids, and we work really hard for that. The competition in LMP2 is so many cars, so many good lineup and teams, but I'm not scared because I know now with a bit more experience in the car with the team that we can achieve a big thing there. So that's clearly the goal, is to win Le Mans.
For a good time, we've been ready for a good time. Let your head down, baby, that's fine. Go in the background, go and sit down. I'm getting what I came for, we don't back down. Doing my thing while the world goes round. Look at where I came from, look at where I'm at now. Middle name good and the last name time. I ain't really that dude, I've been living that life. I ain't following the rules, I was born with a kind. I'ma do what I do when I'm taking what's mine, that's fine. Like, are you ready for a good time?
All the field is very competitive, the Porsche is quick, sister Ferrari is quick as well, so it will be very tough for us. It could be very nice to achieve a victory here, but at least be on the podium upstairs there, so I'm looking forward to be there at the end of the race.
Let your head down, baby, that's fine, alright. Are you ready for a good time? We've been ready for a good time. Are you ready for a good time? Let your head down, baby, that's fine. Are you ready for a good time? We've been ready for a good time. Are you ready for a good time? Let your head down, baby, that's fine. Yeah, now go ahead, wild out. Volumes to 11, I ain't turning that down.
I would really like to make it another win, and it would really bring us back into the contention of the championship, so it's a pretty clear goal for us today. We've started this weekend, it all went pretty good so far with Mathieu. He's really doing well this weekend, and I'm very looking forward to the race with him.
With the rules, I was born with a kind. I'ma do what I do when I'm taking what's mine, that's fine. Like, are you ready for a good time? Yeah, let your head down, baby, that's fine. Are you ready for a good time? Let your head down, baby, that's fine, alright. Are you ready for a good time? We've been ready for a good time. Are you ready for a good time? Let your head down, baby, that's fine. Are you ready for a good time? We've been ready for a good time. Are you ready for a good time? Let your head down, baby, that's fine.
It's great to be back. We didn't get what we wanted last year here in Monza. Roman got spun out in turn 1, we damaged our car soon and had to retire, so we come back for revenge this time. We just have to do no mistakes, no penalties, be good on the strategy, on the fuel and everything, and then I think it all just has to come together, and hopefully no unluck with FCYs.
3, 2, 1, pit lane is now open.
Okay, yeah, just let's go.
See you, mate.
Formation lap starts now with the green flag waved at.
Ready to race here in Monza. Roman Rusinov pacing the field. Red lights are on. Away we go, we're racing.
We have started the 4 Hours of Monza.
Rusinov leads. Phil Hansen and Yifei side by side. Henrik Hedman with the blue nose dropping back. Oh, lock up from Sally Jolic. Oh, in contact, 3 wide, and around goes Richard Bradley in the Algarve Pro Car. He is nose to nose with Henrik Hedman. It's 3 or 4 wide under yellow flags. There's a real traffic jam here on board with Francois Perrodo. There go the P3 cars. Oh, Michael Fassbender's just gone by him. Roman Rusinov leading, Phil Hansen, Yifei and Sally Jolic, the top 4 ahead of the Racing Team Netherlands car. There's the 25G Drive car. Trouble at Ascari. That's Graf number 9, Rory Penton, no right rear tyre. A blowout or contact. Here's our GT class leader, Duncan Cameron, the 55 Spirit of Race, ahead of the 88 AF Corsa Ferrari of Francois Perrodo. The top GTE cars mingling with the LMP3s as we rush down under the old banking towards Variante Ascari. Battle in the lead of LMP3, Martin Hipper, green and yellow, the Inter-Europol competition car. Mathieu de Babois right behind him in the number 4 DKR engineering car, a newcomer to the series, and Rob Weldon lying in third. Into the Parabolica with the leader, one of the signature turns here at Monza. Long corner, always waiting to chase the throttle for the exit, and it leads onto the front straight. Change of lead in GTE, Francois Perrodo dives by Duncan Cameron. Race leader still Roman Rusinov from Phil Hansen and Yifei. And Gerda van der Gaard, the yellow and black Racing Team Netherlands car, now up to 4th place, and he's closing in on the leaders. Does look a little as though Rusinov in the G-Drive car is the stopper in the bottle here. Looks like the others could go quicker. Out of the slipstream comes Rino Mastronardi. It's a Ferrari 1-2-3. The 80 Iron Lynx car skates into 2nd place ahead of Duncan Cameron in the Spirit of Race car. Wow! It always looks so easy on the straight, but that shows you how close they are to the ragged edge, and Duncan Cameron taking advantage. The Iron Lynx car was not quick, and around Curva Grande, here comes the Spirit of Race machine. He's going to try and cut back on the inside, can't do it. He's got the WeatherTech Porsche right behind. Battle for 5th, Michael Fassbender, the green Porsche up the inside. JMW Motorsport Ferrari, Rodrigo Sales. Look at the rearview mirror telling him which side the Ferrari's gone when it disappears, and he block pass into Ascari. Battle for 6th at the Parabolica on the outside. Sally Jolic up the inside. Patrick Pile for IDEX Sport. That was a great pass. Sold the outside line to Sally Jolic. And Jolic now has Julian Canal in the Panis Racing entry right behind him in the slipstream. Down into Ascari, Fassbender again with a Porsche on the inside. This time it's the Iron Dames car of Manuela Gosner. Whoa. Leaders are right behind this GTE battle. The Proton competition Porsche has more company behind, and here comes Rusinov. Right behind him, trying to look out, Phil Hansen. There's a bit of debris in the road. Yifei is there as well. Manuela Gosner staying outside. They get by. There's the WRT Brains Trust. Their car in third. United's Phil Hansen having a look here. Roman Rusinov just a little delayed, getting by Rodrigo Sales into Ascari. They're right in the middle of the front runners in GTE. And look at Hansen. He's desperate to find a way by as they go past Duncan Cameron, Spirit of Race Ferrari. He tucks in behind the Porsche. The Porsche takes the inside line away from Roman Rusinov. Great thinking by Phil Hansen. Does he get the run off the Parabolica? He doesn't. Rusinov survives another lap. And right behind, yellow and black versus red and white, WRT's Yifei and the Racing Team Netherlands car of Gero van der Garde. They both come past the Porsche. Who's got it under braking? Rusinov does, and so does Yifei. He hangs on. No change yet, but battles on for first and third for sure. Now Phil Hansen, he's lost a little ground in traffic. Yifei is right there, looks to the inside, cuts back. If you make a mistake there, trying to make a pass, then that yellow and black car of Gero van der Garde will be right by. And Rusinov has the biggest lead he's had all race, nearly a second at the line. Phil Hansen needs to shake off the WRT car and get after Rusinov. Don't let the Russian escape. Yifei again on the inside, this time defensive from the yellow and black car of Gero van der Garde. Saliholic for Racing Team Turkey was up to fourth place right after the start, had contact. Now he's down in 10th. TF Sport having a tough weekend. They won on the road in GT3 and Michelin Le Mans, but lost it in the post-race scrutineering bay.
Stop and go penalty, car 34 for dangerous driving with car 25.
Well, not a great incident having the 25 G-Drive car off on the grass. That was a close one. G-Drive's 26 machine, Roman Rusinov still leading, but right behind, here comes the United Autosports car and WRT's Yifei. The predominantly white car is WRT, and Hansen sends it up the inside. Now, is that the last of the late breakers? Or was the G-Drive car moving to one side? Has Roman Rusinov got a problem? He was over a second away and trying to break clear of Phil Hansen in the United Autosports car, with Yifei now showing intent on getting by Rusinov. Rusinov going defensive. There's Gero van der Garde with Patrick Pilet right behind him. Rusinov holds the inside line. Oh, he's got brake problems or tyre problems. Rusinov squirreling under braking. Yifei straight by into second. Suddenly it's all changing for G-Drive. Phil Hansen already about a second clear in half a lap.
We are under safety car. We are under safety car. Pit entry closed. Leader slow down. We are under safety car.
Here's the reason for the safety car then. Christian Ried in the WeatherTech Proton Porsche, out of third place in GTE and off in the gravel at Lesmo 2. Pit lane is now open. Leader is in. Yifei at WRT fuel only. He will stay in the car. And that's quick service. Let's hear from United's Tom Gamble.
Things are looking really good. Phil did an amazing move for the lead there. So yeah, fingers crossed here, and hopefully we can finally get that win in. Hopefully we can pull it off this time. Obviously the G-Drive and the WRT have got a fantastic lineup, so it's going to be tough, but we'll keep trying.
So just tell us what you think is going to be really, really important. What's going to be the biggest challenge of this race here today in Monza?
You know, it's trying to get past traffic at the right point. You know, the temperature here today is really hot as well, so it'd be really important to try and manage the tyre as well. It'd be, you know, very easy for them to overheat. So yeah, hopefully we can keep on top, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Our crew's ready for more changes. And at the front of the field again, Roman Rusinov leading the pack.
Green lights on the start-finish line.
Well, Roman Rusinov barely moving. You can sense the stress from Gerrit van der Gaard right behind for Racing Team Netherlands, for the Jota Sport car and everybody else. In fact, there's our LMP3 leaders as well, into Europol and the number 2 United car. And Rusinov is barely moving. They have been told they can go by him. That is remarkable. He must be absolutely out of fuel. We go back to green flag racing. It's our LMP3 leaders coming towards us. Into Europol and the number 2 United Autosports car. Martin Hipper in the Inter Europol car. And Rob Weldon flashing the headlights, goes a long way round the outside. Oh, that's impressive stuff. Takes the lead in LMP3.
10 seconds stop and go penalty, car 26 for disrespecting safety car procedures several times.
Oh, Sally Jolic going to escape the gravel. I think he is for Racing Team Turkey. Just. Battle for 8th place. Fritz van Aert now in the Racing Team Netherlands car. Mimo Rojas, the Mexican for Duquesne, with the green highlights down the inside. Through he goes. Nicely done move. And in the pits, Duncan Cameron, Spirit to Race, the pole sitter in GTE, now in 7th. Pit stop for Andrew Bentley. United Autosports handing over to James Maguire. This is the number 3 car. And Rino Mastronardi, the new GTE leader, hits his marks at Iron Links. Now coming in inches behind him was this car, Francois Perotto, the 88 AF Corsa Ferrari. They'll be racing here a week from now with this car in World Endurance at Monza. Patrick Pilet for IDEX Sport. Look at the Porsche GT Ace all over the back of Memo Rojas. Looks to sweep around the outside into the Parabolica. Can't do it. Cuts back underneath. Ooh, needs all the aero, but he's in the wash of the Duquesne car. Now he's going to have a go down the straight. Who is going to be bravest under braking? Yeah, look. Come on, they're saying. Pilet looks to the inside. Is he there? Yes, he is. Oh, no, he isn't. That was mighty outbraking from both men. And Memo Rojas just hanging on. 4-way battle for second in GT. John Hartzell, the TF Sport Aston, the white car. Head of Manuel Agosta with the pink highlights, with the chrome. Francois Perotto. They got the AF Corsa Ferrari out in front of Rino Mastronardi in the black and white Iron Lynx car. So there's the Iron Dames car. That's Manuel Agosta. We're on board with Francois Perotto. And just behind us, Rino Mastronardi. So Perotto trying to attack the Iron Dames in front and defend from the Iron Lynx behind. And as Gosner dive to the inside of John Hartshorn, she doesn't get the overlap, and nor does Mastronardi. But now Hartshorn slow off the corner. Through go the Ferraris. Manuel Agostner up to second, up to third, Francois Perotto. But look at the P2 cars behind, the 25G drive car, and the Duquesne car goes the long way round the outside, 3.5 wide. Phil Hansen, red and blue for United Autosports, right behind Fritz van Aert, the boss of Jumbo Supermarkets. And Van Aert just about to go a lap down. Through goes the leader. Manuel Agostner just in front now in the Iron Dames car. And there's the 25G drive car as well. Oh, trouble. Off in the gravel, Graf's Sebastian Page. Looping spin out of Ascari, or not quite out of Ascari, halfway through.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow. We are under full course yellow.
Sally Jolic just about squeezed by the AF Corsa Ferrari there, didn't he, before they got to zero. Everybody waiting for pit stops. Here we go. Change at Panis. James Allen will take over the 31 car. United also with the driver change, Jonathan Aberdine. And as the pit stops cycle through, James Allen leads for Panis, with Aberdine right behind for United Autosports. So the Australian leading the South African. European Le Mans Series, well, Europe's where they race, not necessarily the nationalities. Sebastian Page on his way back to the pits with a badly damaged Graf Racing car. Left rear puncture, cause or effect? Was it the puncture that threw him off? Could well have been. Unusual to lose the car in that right-handed element of Ascari. Fuel goes in first, but lots for the team to do.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow removed. Full course yellow removed.
Speed limiters off and up from 80 kilometres an hour. They go very quickly. Jonathan Aberdeen with a chase of James Allen now through traffic, going by the JMW Ferrari. That felt rather better for James Allen than for Jonathan Aberdeen. He gets held up midway through Ascari. Now sweeping between P3 and GTE cars. The Panis Racing car trying to make its escape. Aberdeen for United goes by the sister LMP3 car. And Racing Team Turkey trying to unlap themselves here. The 34 car bouncing under braking. Looks like Charlie Eastwood is determined to unlap that car from the leaders, and he's got as much pace as they do. Looping spin for Tom Cloet, racing experience. LMP3 car going backwards into the gravel. Mattia Passini for Inter Europol. Diving by Nielsen's Nick Adcock. That's a change for second in LMP3. Sean Galale for Jota with Team WRT's Robert Kubica. Kubica again doing the middle stint of the race for WRT, looking to get by. Galale, the Indonesian driver, sharing with a welcome returnee, Jazeman Jafar, the Malaysian, his first race in 2 years. He'll be part of that driver lineup. Galale right now, the Asian Le Mans Series champion, having a great battle with Robert Kubica. Through the GTEs they come. Kubica just getting bulked there into Ascari.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow. Full course yellow. We have a metal piece in the middle of the track. Please be careful when approaching T4.
Hard-working marshals will recover the debris. There you go. They had a busy day in the Michelin Le Mans Cup as well. Quick fuel stop for Robert Kubica. The pole will stay in at WRT. Top up the tanks and away he goes.
Full course yellow removed.
This is IDEX Sport with Paul Lafargue now at the wheel, the grey and black car. Antonin Borger behind him, 37 for Cool Racing. And the Swiss gets the run. Lafargue caught up behind the slower LMP3 car, didn't accelerate as quickly away from the standstill or from the near standstill of the full course yellow. And Antonin Borger just had a little run there. He's got 6th place now in Ascari. Battle for second under braking in LMP3. Lawrence Herr goes down the inside for DKR Engineering. Charles Cruz losing out in the Team Virage car, at least for the moment. The DKR car was all over the exit there. You sense that the Virage car could make a pass back. He's getting a good run through Curva Grande, maybe not good enough. Problems for TF Sports' Ollie Hancock. Left rear sitting down, is that a puncture? Everybody going by as he crawls back to the pits. It is a puncture. Lots of debris, and that's not helping the tyres. Across the gravel track, Rory Penttinen getting it all wrong going into Ascari. Ugo de Wilde opens the door, and the crew will help out Mattia Passini. 2nd place in LMP3 for Inter Europol competition. James Allen handing over to Will Stevens at Panis Racing. This team have been in European Le Mans Series since 2016. Driver change, out gets Robert Kubica, in gets Louis Delatraz. So a Chinese, Polish, Swiss trio in that car. Jazeman Jafar, 3rd place car, the Jota Sport machine. Tom Gamble, we heard from him earlier. We're looking at him driving now. This is the United Autosports number 22 car in second place. Let's see if their strategy will work in their favour. Trouble at the Roger. Matt Bell in the Cool Racing LMP3 car getting tagged by Andres Lascaratos. Looks like they both survived. Lead battle in GTE. Right up behind the Iron Lynx car of Matteo Cressoni and pulling out of the slipstream, Alessandro Pierguidi. He'll be here a week from now in the World Endurance Championship in a factory Ferrari GTE. And the Spiritor Race driver for the weekend goes by for the lead. Now he's at Spiritor Race this weekend because Matt Griffin was unavailable at the last minute to come to Monza and race. So they borrowed a World Endurance champion, as you do. Here's Ben Hanley, shares the Dragon Speed car with one Pablo Montoya, and he is with Haley Edmonds.
I haven't been here in a long time. So it's a little different than the last time I was here. You know, last time I was here, I was in a Formula 1 car. So it's slightly different. But it's been fun. You know, I mean, getting used to the car, you know, all the information and reference that I have, the tracks change a lot, the bumps change a lot. And, you know, we're doing okay, trying to figure out the car, making a lot of changes, and really using this as a testing session for the next week.
GTE leader Manu Collar in the pits now in the 88 AF Corsa Ferrari, another car that'll be in the World Endurance Championship next week. Change of lead at the line, just in front on the transponders. 55 Spiritor Race Ferrari on the inside, that's David Perel. Giorgio Sergio with the yellow highlights in the Iron Lynx 60 car was the leader at the end of the lap. Now he's down to second place. The all-Italian crewed car, Sergio, being chased by Miguel Molina, another factory GTE Ferrari driver who'll be racing here in Works colours next week. He's in the 80 Iron Lynx car. David Perel, the South African driver, hanging on at the moment and pulling to one side, Sergio. Through goes Molina. No argument there. Has Sergio got a problem though? Doesn't look like all of a sudden he's got the pace that he did. There's the Iron Lynx team watching the action. Here comes Miguel Molina. Up behind David Perel. The Spiritor Race Ferrari is fair game as far as he's concerned. If it's in front, he'll want to go by. The South African hanging on in front of the Spaniard for the moment. Through Curva Grande, down towards the Roger. And Molina will be shaping up for a move here, trying to force his man out wide to see if he can sling it up the inside. Not enough room there. But Perel in too deep, makes the mistake. Here comes Molina, he's got the underlap. Down towards Lesmo 1, he doesn't dare risk it there. About 3/4 of an hour remain of the 4 hours of Monza, and there is a 2.5 second margin first to second. There's Will Stevens with the pale blue and grey. Behind him, dark blue, red and white, Tom Gamble for United Autosports. And as you can see on the left, in third place, 49 seconds back now, the WRT car ahead of 82, the Jota car. Trouble. Off is the Nielsen car. That's Oscar McCusker, and who's that? United Autosports 22. That's the second place car of Tom Gamble. Rally crosses back on. But what does that cost him? Well, the timing scoring say he's down to fourth place. He's behind the number 4 DKR car of Lawrence Herr. So WRT 41 and 82, the Jota car, have both gone by while he was off the track. Well, let's take another look at the incident. Austin McCusker off backwards. Contact with Lawrence Herr, the DKR number 4 car that was, with the Nielsen car. So McCusker's in the gravel. Lawrence Herr in the middle of the track in the Lesmos, vigorously waved yellows, but off goes 22, Tom Gamble.
Full course yellow, full course yellow. This full course yellow will last the equivalent of 2 laps.
Down to 80 Ks comes our race leader, Will Stevens. Well, the timing pylon still showing the 22 car in second, but that's because in the pits, WRT and Jota taking advantage of the full course yellow. Here they are. Louis Delatraz for WRT, Jasman Jafar for Jota, back out on track. United not stopping, they're going for track position back up to second. In the pits, DKR's number 4 car, Lawrence Hur, handing over to teammate for the weekend, Mathieu de Babouin, and incredibly, despite that spin, still LMP3 leader.
Full course yellow removed.
Back to green flag racing with half an hour remaining. And Louis Delatraz and Jasman Jafar go either side of the pylon, and they're going to go either side of the car in front as well. It's the Iron Lynx, Iron Dames Ferrari. Delatraz with the inside line, Jasman on the outside, the battle for third place, and Jafar hangs on just ahead of Delatraz. Well, that was an electrifying restart for them, wasn't it?
Louis, you've been given black and white flag for the incident at the end of full course yellow. Only black and white, so stay calm and everything will be fine.
Well, that was for going either side of the pylon. Mathieu de Babouin for DKR Engineering going off in the second Lesmo, just by the marks of the Nielsen car from that earlier incident. Will Stevens, the race leader, inside the final quarter of an hour here at Monza. Is it going to be Panis's day finally? United's 22 car in second. Third is Jota, fourth WRT. Panis Racing, of course, originally Panis Barthez. There's Olivier Panis teamed up with Fabien Barthez, keen racer and France's World Cup winning goalie. But as Panis Barthez and Panis Racing yet to score an ELMS win. Rahel Frey for the Iron Dames in 5th place. And they have a drive-through penalty to further ruin their afternoon, I'm afraid. It was looking like a pretty decent race for them, but for passing under the safety car, a drive-through penalty. Well, that's pretty unusual, and that sounds as though there was a confusion with another car. Here comes Tristan Gobedy on the inside. Oh, and it looks like Rahel was heading for the pit. She was. Didn't realise the Duquesne car was going to be coming up inside her. Hugo de Wilde for Inter Europol chasing Nicholas Croyton. This is the battle for third in LMP3. He gets eased off through the escape roads. Lots of green and yellow there. Croyton in an Inter Europol sandwich. Hugo de Wilde comes back on behind him and going more slowly. He'll have to do that hard work again. A spin here. Esteban Garcia for Real Team Racing facing the wrong way. Easy to do. Tired driver, tired brakes, tired tyres probably. Not the only one. Final lap of the 4 Hours of Monza. Round 4 of the European Le Mans Series. Will Stevens leads for Panis Racing. Well, he will make it to the line, no question about that. A safe pair of hands, a fast pair of hands. And it's going to be an emotional win for Olivier Panis, the team boss. Winner of the Monaco Grand Prix, the last ever Frenchman to win a Grand Prix in a French-built racing car for Guy Ligier. And now, Will Stevens takes the checker in Monza.
Yes, baby! Wow!
A huge day. There is Olivier Panis. First win for the team. They entered the European Le Mans Series in 2016. The 25G drive car comes home in second. The Pro-Am winners in LMP2. LMP3, a second consecutive win for DKR Engineering. Checkered flag is out in GTE for David Perel and the Spirit to Race, their first win of the season. So that's 4 races, 4 Ferrari victories. Confirmation then, a first ELMS win for Panis Racing ahead of United Autosports and Jota, and the 26G drive car only in 8th. Inside the top 20, the number 4 from DKR Engineering are LMP3 winners, And the Spirit of Race number 55 leads an all-Ferrari podium sweep in GTE.
It's great. I mean, I've been with this team, this is my 4th year. It's been a project that we're trying to push hard, and we keep chipping away every year, and this year we're really fighting for podiums on pace, and I'm just so happy for the guys and girls in the team because they work really hard. It's tricky sometimes against the bigger teams, but we're always strong, we keep chipping away, and they deserve to get a win.
So Will Stevens, Julian Canal and James Allen take to the top step ahead of Phil Hansen, Jonathan Aberdine and Tom Gamble, with Jazeman Jafar and Sean Galayle completing the podium. WRT extend their advantage over G-Drive, with United and Panis closing in from behind. Victory in Pro-Am for a delighted number 25 G-Drive team. John Falp, Rui Andrade and Roberto Meri on the top step of the podium.
Nobody's making it easy for us, that's for sure. Yeah, it was an exciting race. I mean, we started P14, it was a rough deal. I got shoved off track, had a spin, but we just kept pounding it out. And the strategy worked, and we worked hard, and yeah, on top.
On top indeed, John Falp, Rui Andrade and Roberto Meri. In second, Sally Jolich, Charlie Eastwood and Logan Sargent. And in third place, Francois Heriot with Mathieu and Jean-Baptiste Lahaye. G-Drive increase their lead over Racing Team Turkey, with Ultimate remaining in third place and Cool in fourth.
Fantastic weekend. We have to dedicate this one to Matt Griffin, who's here in spirit, if not in actuality. His dad passed away earlier in the week, so that's why Alessandro is standing in for him. The car was amazing, and these guys did what a fantastic job.
The first win of the season for Duncan Cameron, David Perel and Alessandro Pierguidi, the super sub. Miguel Molina, Rino Mastronardi and Matteo Cressoni finished in second. Completing the sweep, Francois Perodo, Manu Collar and Alessio Rivera, a Ferrari 1-2-3. As it is in the championship, with Spirit of Race closing right in on leaders Iron Lynx. DKR Engineering claim their second LMP3 win of the season. The constant is Lawrence Herr, this time his teammate Mathieu de Barbois.
It was a real mix of feelings. I mean, we fell a bit back in the beginning, but the car was simply amazing, and we fought back. The team had an amazing strategy today, and I was pushing like hell to finish my stint in first, and Mathieu finished also a really great race today. He did a great job for his first race. I can just imagine the pressure on him, so I'm really proud of what he did.
A first-time win then in LMP3 for Mathieu de Barbois, along with regular Lawrence Herr, ahead of Wayne Boyd, Rob Shelton and Edward Coope. Martin Hipper, Ugo de Wilde and Mattia Passini taking third. Cool Racing remains the championship leading team, but DKR are closing as Inter Europol jump to third place. Our first pass is not one you see very often, even at Monza, going the brave way around the outside into Ascari. Yiffy for All-In Team WRT pulls out from the slipstream. A little contact with the G-Drive car of Roman Rusinov, and through he goes. LMP2 again for pass number 2. Paul Lafargue dives to the inside of an LMP3 car in the first of the Lesmos, doesn't get by, and suddenly there's the opportunity. Antonin Borger for Cool Racing dives past him, and on the run down to Ascari completes the move. That was an opportunist pass of the first degree. And an all-time Monza classic. Down the straight into the Rettifilio. Matteo Crosoni in the 80 Iron Lynx car being slipstreamed by Alessandro Pierguidi for Spirito Race. Slingshot to get level and just gets his nose in front into the braking area. The World Endurance Racing Pro picks up the spot. If you've made your choice, go to the socials and vote now. So it's Arrivederci Monza as we head from one classic circuit to another. The fabulous, the magnificent, the awesome Spa-Francorchamps. We'll be there in September. Join us for all the action from round 5 of the European Le Mans Series.